Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video is composed of things that I tinkered with throughout the day. For step-by-step detailed instructions of those tasks, you can click on the links in the comment section below. This video should contain tips and tricks of things that I've learned throughout the year. Now, I only plan on leaving this video posted for about 30 days. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching. I picked this Keurig up from a friend that lives in our building here. She didn't like descaling it, was probably using tap water. You should always use bottled water with these things. And when I got it, I set it in my spare bedroom, kind of my storage area, and left it there for about 6 months. Well, when I went to go descale it and start using it, it wouldn't drip any water at all. So I looked up and found out that the needle in the top gets clogged with actual coffee grounds. So I show a little step of what I did to clear it out, because no water at all was coming out after the brew. As you can see, it is not dispensing water. A drop here and there. So I'm going to clean out what I think is clogged in it and get this thing to flowing so it works. It's supposed to be filling up the cup right now. The first 2 or 3 times I tried to clean or descale this thing, no water was coming out. So I shut it off. They say you should unplug it. Whoops, man, I know it's getting hot now. As you can see, a little bit of coffee grounds just came out of that thing this time. That's the first time I've seen that. Somehow when you run these things, coffee grounds get up in there. You're supposed to take a paper clip, run it up in there to clean those out. There are 2 or 3 holes or ways it goes up in there, and the paper clip is supposed to knock that stuff loose. So I went up in there a couple of ways. Let's see if we can brew it again. Turn the power on, close the lid, press the brew button. Let's see if we get some this time, because that's the first time I got grounds when I opened it up quickly after it shut down. Okay, the light flashed, it's on brew, and it is filling up fast. Now, if this cup starts overflowing, I'm going to have to shut it off, because I did put 2 servings of water in there. Whoops. I shut it off. Hopefully it'll stop in a second. Filling up that bottle cup. So that was it. That hose was clogged. And that's what you need to do to clean them out. If the cycle appears to be running, but you get no water out of it. So I'm running another brew cycle. As you can see, it's coming through nice and steady. Hopefully there's not too much in there. And it did stop. That's good. I'm going to do a, I guess, 3rd descaling process here. And after that, run the freshwater rinses. There are several videos out there that show you how to clean these units. So the normal process of cleaning these units is either purchase cleaning vinegar, or I'm just going to use this distilled white vinegar, and they actually sell some cleaning solution called descaling solution from Keurig. You fill it up to the 6-ounce mark in the reservoir back here. Once you get to the 6-ounce mark, you stop with your cleaner, and then you fill it up to the 10-ounce mark with water. It's highly recommended that you only use bottled water. Use filtered water from my refrigerator Brita filter here. Just a few ounces to get this up to the 10 mark. Once it's full up to the 10 mark, I got a little bit more than I probably should. You cut the power on. You open the lid for a few seconds. It lets water drain down into the heating tank. 5 seconds, you close it. That's about how long it should take you to put in your K-cup, but you don't put in the K-cup because you're cleaning the machine. And then you press the brew button and let it run through a full cycle. Once it runs through a full cycle, you do the cleaning solution again. Fill it up to 6, fill it up the rest of the way with the water to 10. Open up your K-cup loader, close it with no K-cup in there after 5 seconds. Then you hit the brew button. This is the second cycle. Once that red light stops flashing and it starts dispensing the cleaning solution into the cup, you cut the power off and you let it sit for 30 minutes. Then you come back, cut the power back on, open the lid, close the lid, and let it brew through. So, in a few seconds here, because that's how long it takes to heat up, it's going to start dumping the cleaning solution in the cup. I'm going to shut the power off. It normally takes about a minute, minute and a half for it to start giving you your flow. I'm at a minute 16. Waiting for it to go solid. Alright, it's starting to flow. As soon as it goes solid, I'm going to shut it off. And that's going to leave that cleaning solution in the cycle for 30 minutes. Let me put my timer on 30 minutes and start my timer, walk away. Sad thing is, it seemed to empty out my system. That may not have worked for me. I decided to start my last process again since it seemed to emptied out the system. The first sign that water is going to start coming out of here, I'm going to shut the power off. Hopefully it won't fill my cup up and there'll be cleaning solution or vinegar solution through the whole system for this cleaning process. There's my first sign of water. I shut the machine off. It's still filling up the cup. Look like it's about to stop for me. And yes, it did stop. It did not fill my cup up. So I'm going to let that timer run down 30 minutes. And then I'm going to come back and run probably 5 cycles of fresh water through to rinse out the descaling vinegar solution. I have run my cleaning solution through a couple times. I have run my clean water through once. This is the second time I'm running the cleaner water through. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and do it 4 or 5 times just to make sure I rinse out all of that vinegar. But the way this thing heats up, it really should clear that out after just 2 or 3 rinses. Really, all of these Keurig coffee makers are the same. This single cup one I have is designed for this cup size. Actually, you can control the cup size 6, 8, and 10 by how much water you put in the back of it. It'll run this thing out. Now, you know when it's time to clean the machine or descale it or whatever you want to call it, because it will not fill your cup properly. When you see that, that's your first indication that coffee grounds are probably getting stuck in your needle, and you need to go ahead and run the cleaning cycle so that that doesn't back up. Because if it's clogged, it won't know that it's not filling the cup, because it's just a timed heating element process, and once that timer has expired, it'll stop. This one, it'll run the timer to fill up a full 10, heck, maybe 12 ounces. If you got a more advanced machine, it's running the timer to do a small cup, a medium cup, or a large cup. it's still a timer. And once that timer runs out, however much coffee you get inside your cup is what you get because of the timer. If your nozzle or needle up top is clogged, then you won't get all of the coffee that you're supposed to get in your cup. As you notice with your coffee, I call them pods, you'll have a hole in the bottom and a hole in the top. That's how the water runs through, and somehow some of the coffee sometimes backs up into that top needle and clogs up your upper tube. One gentleman showed in a worst case scenario, you would open up your lid there and there's 2 screws that you can see from the bottom side. That will allow you to remove this part here and actually see the plastic tube and actually see the clog in the top of the tube. Hopefully using your paper clip to clear that out will be enough, and running your descaling solution through it will be enough. But if you get desperate, you can unscrew this, massage that top tube to get that water flowing properly. Some people may see this little thing down here. It's a float. When that float rises up and you see the red ring on there, that's simply letting you know that you have water or coffee filling this lower tray, and you need to empty that out because it's at its capacity. On this type of machine, opening up the K-cup dispenser allows the liquid to go down into the tank for it to be heated up. I filled this cup up to about a 1/4 inch from the top. When I poured the water in the top of it, it didn't quite get up to the 10-ounce fill level, but it was real close. So let's see how much it fills it up when it starts the brewing cycle here in a few seconds. Here it is. Because there's no K-cup in there, it's going to fill this cup up pretty quick and shut off once it senses there's no more water going through it. It just about put back what I poured out of it. So as you can see, it shut off because it sensed no more water was in the system to brew, and it's ready for the next one. Well, that's all I know about these Keurig 1-cup coffee brewers. If you got any other questions, Keurig has some good videos on their site, and of course you can always YouTube Google those things and get you some good solutions to make sure that yours works the way you want it to. But again, I emphasize, you really should only use bottled water or some sort of purified water when making coffee with these things. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.